Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock. You know, I'm a wrestling fan, so of course I'm going to call him The Rock. I know more as The Rock. The biggest star in Hollywood, but probably the biggest star in the world in general, in movies. There was a poll that was done about 2 weeks ago, and I actually meant to touch on this last week, but I didn't have a chance to. I kept it in my notes. There was a poll that said that 46% of people will actually vote for Dwayne The Rock Johnson, for president of the United States, or for candidacy. Dwayne basically to run for president. Gotta tell you, I was thinking about that. When I first saw it, I was like, this is another celebrity bullshit, idea. Who cares, But I thought about it actually, and looking where we're at politically speaking, where we're at society, pop and culturally, and all that. I actually think Dwayne Johnson would make a very good president, a decent president actually, because it doesn't take much. Not saying presidents don't have a lot to do, whatever, but it's not a dictatorship. It's not just them doing the job. They have to talk to everyone, both parties. There's the Congress and all that, and many other legs and elements to the job. And I feel like Dwayne Johnson has the kind of the attitude and the wherewithal. Like, even if someone's not experienced, not experienced. I mean, look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump was experienced in politics, and he became president of the United States. Now, you can judge whatever the hell you think he did a good job or not. I mean, there's definitely a polarized position on that. A lot of people think he did a great job. A lot of people think he did a horrible job. I'm not going to get into that now, because I've already discussed my feelings on Trump for years, and you guys can work with that. Okay? But Dwayne Johnson, I look at Dwayne Johnson, and seeing, and of course, being a big wrestling fan, I was way ahead of the curve for everybody else with Dwayne Johnson, and he was a registered Republican at one point years back. Even endorsed George W. Bush back in 2000. I think it was 2000, I believe, 2000 Republican convention, and he endorsed Joe Biden this past election. Not sure if he's changed politically or just a one-off. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, but his attitude, like, he's one of the things I like about Dwayne Johnson, one thing else, is he's one of the most authentic celebrities out there. Like, what you see with him on Instagram is really, I really believe truly who he is, because he's always been this way, even before he became this big movie star. Like, if you follow Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, back when he was doing WWE and wrestling and Top of the World, him and Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, there's a lot of elements to that guy who he is today. A lot of his personality is very, very, very much in sync with who he is today. To me, he's actually kind of authentic in that way, even as big as he is, with all the 200 million followers he has on Instagram and beyond and all that. He feels very authentic, and I feel like a lot of that would be needed in Washington at the White House. And I think he would actually fit the role decently. I think someone like him would actually cool down the political tensions on both sides. Because obviously the tensions are sky high, have been for not just the last 4 years, but really honestly, it's been this way since probably 1994 when Bill Clinton was president. I would go back to 20-something, almost 30 years. The political, divide has been really polarized. It's gotten progressively worse and worse and worse through the years, especially when you add social media and you add the anger of both sides, especially on the fringes. But I feel like he'd be good for the moment. His personality would fit the moment. It would turn down the volume on strife and all that. I feel like he would fit the role well. Now, obviously, politically, what we do politically, I don't know. I don't know his positions on things. Like I said, he was a Republican years ago. He endorsed George Bush, and then he endorsed Joe Biden this past election. So you would maybe say centrist, I guess. I don't know. It was like me. It's not a bad thing being centrist. I know being a centrist gets like a lot of negative pull with a lot of places, a lot of people. I'm here to tell you, fuck you, because I'm a centrist. I don't give a shit. Deal with it. That's kind of mean, actually. That's kind of mean. So, yeah, I think The Rock would actually be a solid president. I'll go for it. So if he runs president, I'd probably vote for him. Just saying, why not? We had Donald Trump for 4 years. Why couldn't The Rock actually survive 4 years or more? Who knows?